this was exactly what happened, was that we were driving to a Philadelphia Eagles game, doing like the chit chat, checking in with each other.
Wait, let me just interject for a second.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, we started, right?
Yeah, we're starting.
We're recording. I know AJ personally, okay? This is not some random guest that AJ's like, hey, what's up? It's nice to meet you. Welcome. You have to explain what small bow is and all that stuff.
Yeah.
AJ and I are friends. AJ said to me, hey man, I'm kind of going through, I'm like not in the best of moods right now.
No,
right?
It was like I changed my medication. Like, I mean, it was actually
and
struggling.
And it's funny coming here. I'm actually really nervous doing your podcast. I was talking to my daughter about it a little bit, and just like people are open on your podcast. You know, I listened to Joe Buck, and AJ said, I'm not feeling so great right now. And I was like, dude, you're an Eagles fan. I love the NFL. We're going to get tickets to this Eagles game. Come hell or high water. We're going to this game. Don't worry about it. I'll come and pick you up. Life is great. So I get not the best seats, but they were expensive. Yeah. Eagles come to town. It's like the price get jacked up.
Yeah.
Love Eagles fans. They're so fun. We were in not the nosebleeds, but pretty close to the nosebleeds.
Pretty close, yeah.
But we're there, and I put an arm around AJ, and I went, hey, look, we're at an Eagles game. You don't have to be depressed. Life is good. And AJ said to me.
No, it was actually, this was even very much more specific, because it was kind of like, your team's in first place. What do you have to be depressed about?
No, I'm sure I said, hey, look, we're at a football game. Life is good. Why? No reason to be depressed. Come on. And then you turned to me and you said one of the funniest lines that anyone has ever said to me, which is why we're friends. AJ said, quote, what are you, an 80s dad? And that really made me laugh, AJ. Yeah. I think about that a lot because I am someone who keeps things simple. I am someone who, I woke up today not in the best of moods, and I just know to like push through. I don't know if that's my parents that raised me like that. I came from a family that did no therapy, no medication. I don't really talk about this publicly, but this is the club to do it in, Club Small Bow. Hey, everybody, welcome to the podcast of Club Small Bow. But, my name is Jerry. I'm an alcoholic. I haven't picked up a cocktail or a drug in coming up on 13 years. I don't talk about it very often, just because I think when I was partying, I hated when I heard people were not partying. I wanted nothing to do with them. I thought, wow, what's wrong with them? Wow, it sucks to be them that they can't handle it.
Right.
Sucks to be them that they're real addicts. But I mean, full disclosure, it's how you and I met. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I was a fan of yours from your Deadspin days.
I was just a fan. I think you were a fan of my wife, and then you followed me via her Instagram.
I was a fan of your wife on the old Twitter.
Yes, right.
But
you did reach out to me.
Oh, dude, I was a fan of you and everybody over at that Deadspin. Those were the days. Gawker, whatever it was called.
Whatever it's called. Yeah.
I didn't know your whole story. To be honest, I didn't know even all that trauma. I didn't really follow all that trial and everything.
Yeah.
You told me a little bit about it. I'm just a fan of AJ's, really. I'm a fan of you as a writer.
Thanks.
I always have been.
But you reached out to me, I think you did, because it was over the pandemic.
Oh, really?
Right? Because there weren't any meetings to go to.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, hey, I got 7 years or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, if you ever want to meet up.
Yeah. I do something that your listeners might be annoyed by, and I have no issues with people who talk about it. I don't talk about the club that I go to.
Yeah, no.
I just I just entered that club with a bunch of old school dudes, and they would have issues with that. You know what I'm saying?
We
But
don't
that
have to
said,
talk about it.
I mean, listen, I listen to your podcast. I love hearing about it. Like, more power to them. It's just, you know what it is for me. It's a fear that I wake up every morning and I'm like, hope today isn't the day. It's a and for me that works. I know people are like, how can you live like that? You just live in fear all the time. It's not nearly as close to the fear that I woke up with every morning.
Sure.
It's it's a fear of something that I can't beat. It's a fear of something that can whoop me.
Do you realize this is because I wonder how one of the most endearing things about you that I've found since we've been friends, right, is how, and you did talk about this a little bit on the Neil Brennan show,
Uh-huh.
and
Old friend of mine.
you talked about the Lost Boys story, which you told me that like one of the first or second times we met. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And the Lost Boys story, just to sum up, you had been in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
And then you'd gotten an agent, I guess, by that point. But then like a year later, that comes out and you're at the movie theater with some of your friends. And they're like, there's Corey Feldman. Weren't you in that movie with him? Why aren't you in this?
Yeah.
And that kind of, you felt that left out sort of feeling, right?
This is gonna be me sounding like a little baby and blaming people, and I don't blame people, but I did grow up in a household where there was a lot of comparison with like other families. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up. That was in my makeup. Okay, and it was
You're
funny.
also 13,
okay,
so I mean, give yourself a little bit of a break
just
here.
just to encapsulate the story, or as my friend says, to make a long story longer. I was in Stand By Me as a kid, and it was a big hit, And it's funny, like a lot of like addiction follows kid stars who were in huge successes, and never reached that peak again. By the way, I've come to terms with the fact Stand By Me was as good as it is going to get for me professionally.
Sure.
I mean, I'm on a live. Oh, let me do a plug. I'm on a live tour right now of Stand By Me. You can come see us. Go to the website standbymelive.com. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We go to cities and it's really fun. We watch the movie live, which is fun, and then we do like a talk back afterwards, and it's been really fun. I watched the whole movie with an audience. It's just so great. And me and the other two guys, the other two surviving guys. But it's funny. I mean, I'm not going to be in another project that 40 years from now I'm doing a live tour of. So like, once you come to terms with that, it's like, all right, so now the rest of this is all just gravy, But the stories that AJ is talking about is after Stand By Me came out, it was a big hit. I did not find the success that the other young men in the film did. It wasn't something that I even thought about. They were friends of mine until I went to go see Lost Boys, which one of the other guys in Stand By Me was in. And I saw it with a group of my friends, as young people did, and they said, hey, man, why weren't you in that movie? You were in a movie with them. And I remember thinking to myself, yeah, what the fuck? Why wasn't I in that movie? And it was like the first time I felt like a real pang of like professional jealousy.
Sure, yeah.
It's funny. I still feel it to this day.
This is what I wanted to get to because
I still feel it to this day. I went on the internet. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm on a Bret Easton Ellis kick. I hope that's not offending anyone. I'm just on a LA. I have kids who are in high school.
Yeah.
And I cannot stop reading Bret Easton Ellis.
Sure.
He's just the best at it. I have kids who are in high school in Southern California.
You should read it to them.
What?
You should read it to them like at night, basically.
So I cannot stop reading Bret Easton Ellis. So I'm reading The Shards, and which is a really cool book. It's got to be fiction, but the character's name is Bret Easton Ellis. But I don't know what it is. I don't want to James Fry myself here. But
whoa,
Deep cut.
No, also friend of the show,
I'm
James
joking,
Fry.
everyone.
Jesus
it was a
Christ.
joke. It was a humorous comment. I'm a huge fan of his. I am. He would laugh at that. Come on, we can't be open about like our
No,
moments on this
absolutely.
show.
Yeah, it's
this
fine.
is the show to do it.
This is right. You're correct. Yeah.
I just was very open. Oh God, now I've got a feud with James Fry.
You're just beefing right now. Yeah.
By the way, I know he's a fan of the show. I know he's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
That said, I'm reading The Shards, and it's about a serial killer in a private high school in Los Angeles, and it's really good because you don't know who did it. And I'm reading it, and I was like, God, this would be a great like TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So I like look up like, is this in development or anything? And of course, it's in development, and Ryan Murphy is producing it,
of course.
And then I was like, fuck, how do I not hear that this is happening? There's this awesome role for a dad in this. I should be playing the dad.
Right.
And then I saw an actor whose initials are Wes Bentley is like starring in it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even get a call for this. Like, I should be in The Shards. So that ruined my morning. But Wes Bentley's a terrific actor, friend of the show, incredible. Yellowstone, incredible.
He's out back, actually.
Incredible body of work.
Yeah.
I get it. But I mean, you know, I have to say things like that out loud to just sort of like get over them. But yeah, I still feel it to this day.
Well, I mean, and that's the fun part of kind of driving around with you when there's a billboard. And